Hi, I'm Aliran Kurakulak, and this is my demo video for PA3 of BBM104. First, I'll show my source code, and then I just compile and run the game. Then I will try to show as many as I can of requirements that are given for this project assignment. And a quick note, so you can see my keystrokes at the left bottom of the screen like that. All of them right here. So you can see which keys I'm pressing while playing the game. First, I'll start with game object classes. They are just basic class, basic definings, I can say, for the different objects, which extends game object class, and also they're adding different asset paths for different objects like that are just hard coded in the constructor. Constructor is basically calls the super constructor with the hard coded asset path and width and height. I did that hard coding because of level.text just give type and dimensions of the blocks. So I just hard coded the asset path for every objects, and you can see just in the player and Apple, the function update is overridden for the animation. That's given speed and frame count. Others are just basic constructors. And then there's game engine.java, which holds all the game logic and main loop. You can see my additional variables in here, variables and game object lists. I just fill the expected spaces in the given functions here, and I just add some additional helper functions to help me while I am creating the update loop for the game. And you can see update loop in here and my source code. And right now I just open a new terminal and compile the game. Like this. You can see it compiles. And it runs without any problem. You can see every block that is created by the system. I just printed them now. You can see my character at the bottom of the screen. I am using W, A, and D keys to move the character, the A and D keys for left and right, and W key for jumping. Also, arrow keys are working just the same way. You can see left and right arrow keys just move the character left and right, and up key just make the jump, just like the W key. And you can see the animations are just working fine with the given frame rates and speeds. Also, you can see my character is not easy, can't overcome the word boundaries, game boundaries. Sorry, and it's also can't penetrate the terrain and block objects. The boundaries are clean, and character just can move outside of that, the defined game area, I can say. Also, you can see my character. Sorry, I just killed my character. Okay, you can see jumping is just how it's asked. Right now, I am holding the W key, and character just jump once when W key is pressed. Character jumps, slows down. Character jumps with a jump velocity, slows down with gravity 0.1, and character falls with increasing speeds due to same gravity 0.1, and the character cannot double jump or jump again without touching the ground again. I mean, ground is basically block and terrain objects. And you can see character speed is just 1 pixel per frame. I don't know if it's visible, but it is. Also, is jump is just how it's asked. The requirement list says it's approximately 55 to 60 pixels, just a bit taller than a terrain block. You can see a straight terrain block here, and character jumps just little above it. Also, as we speak, the apples and spikes are keep spawning in every 3 seconds. You can see apples and spikes labels just increasing by that. I just reset the game for yes, it's more clean that way. You can see every 3 seconds, 2 apples and 1 spike is just spawning within the game boundaries. I can just make game full screen. You can see that there's nothing outside the game boundaries. Apples and spikes just spawning in the game boundaries, just as asked. And also, okay, and you can see also camera just follows a character at the middle. When it hits a boundary, it stops and character roam freely in here. But when character comes to the center of the screen, camera just follows the character, and it goes on like that. Also, you can see I am just collecting apples in the game. While I'm collecting apples, the score label is just increasing. And when a character touch any spike, the game is resetting like it's asked. You can see everything is destroyed and recreated by looking at the terminal. It just prints again and again. And beside that, I just show I will try to show that character can reach every place at the yes, jump list is enough to character to reach every place in the map like that. Every place is just reachable by this jump velocity, I can say. I'm trying to show as much as I can. Yes, and I'll just collect some more apples if I can find any overlapping apples. I want to show that character is collecting apples one by one, regardless if they're intersecting, if they're overlapping. If there is some overlapping apples, you can see here character just go and pick them up one by one. If you can see, let's go look for another. I can't. Okay, I can show another game feature, the space key and the skill. You can see my score is 21, and there's 21 spikes, 22. Okay. When I hit spacebar, 5 points is just deleted, and the nearest spike just disappeared. I can demonstrate again. 5 scores diminished, and 1 spike is 2. Okay, there's some overlapping apples. I will try. Yes, as you can see, I just pick up an overlapping apple, and it didn't pick up all of the overlapping apples. Okay. Also, you can see spikes are spawning just top of the blocks, like terrain blocks and blocks. and they're not overlapping any other game objects than spikes and apples. Also, apples are spawning everywhere in the game field. You can see more clearly that way, and not any other places. Apples apples is just floating, and spikes are on the terrain and block objects. I'm checking if I skipped anything. One moment. Okay. When collecting apples, like when I collect two apples, one spike is diminished, and also another score is just added to my score label. I want to show like that's three, and yes, as you can see, I collect another apple. I've collected four apples in total, but my score is five. And as you can see, my spikes just decreased by one when I collect two apples. Okay. Okay, I showed the game resets when I hit a spike, like that. Reset function is just called and everything is destroyed, containing characters, object list, anything, scores, etc. Then they are created again. Sorry for my bad gaming, by the way. And I think that's all.